And the name is Law Nation. The Cowboys defensive 53-man roster is what we're going to talk about now. I think I made a mistake and put offense up there, but we're going to talk about defense. We talked about offense the other day, but bear with me while I fix this. Build a plane while it's in the air. Come on. One love to all that's here. Be sure to hit that like button. Share this content. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Let's go. Let's continue to grind, to shine, baby. Mama said there will be days just like this. Happy Friday to you and you and you. Shout out to everybody that's watching and tuning in as well. Be sure to tell your friend and your neighbor the Law Nation is live. Let's go. One love. They literally said, ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation one? Sam, appreciate you. Let's go. You almost off of work, Jay Lombardi. Appreciate you. Yeah. I'm going to get right to it today, man. I really appreciate everybody for jumping in. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's grind with it. What's going on with this? Bam. Let's get this going. Bam. Let's how we fix that right there. It's still on the screen, huh? Let me fix it right quick. Appreciate everybody for being part of this episode. Boom. You can't stop a tank with no key, baby. But here's the thing, Cowboy Nation. As we proceed to give you what you need, the name is Law Nation for those who tuning in for the first time. We talk Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond here. We get things going in the best way possible. Thank those who checked out my D-Ron film. We talked about him as it relates to the Cowboys trying to find attitude. I did a full, like a film review, not a film session, but just an overview of his skill set. I really appreciate you guys for watching that and giving me your feedback on that. And I'm not saying that this guy can walk on water. I always have to make that because it tends to be when I talk about things, watch this hit. Yeah. When I talk about things, people think that I'm hyping him, but I'm just highlighting the good things out of him. And I'm reminding people that out of Dan Quinn or the system that he came from, Dan Quinn and the Legion of Doom and all of that was, or boom, it was the fact that they didn't have a lot of high draft picks, right? We knew that Richard Sherman wasn't a first-round draft pick nor a second, but they developed him. Browner, he wasn't a first or a second-round draft pick, but they developed him. Cam Chancellor wasn't a first or a second-round draft pick, but they developed him. So that's the mindset that I have. Can the Cowboys develop D-Ron Bland to be that guy? And that's the basis of my conversations about all of this. But I appreciate those who checked out the film review. I really appreciate you guys so much. Shout out to you, Vampire. Shout out to you, Jay Worthy. I thank everybody for tuning in. So now we're doing the 53-man roster projection. And if you're on my Facebook, it may say offense, but we're going to dive into the defensive side of the coin. And we'll try to go over some of the players that I think it's way too early that will make this team. Okay? So I appreciate you guys for tuning in and being part of this episode. I really do, man. I can't say this enough for you guys helping me grow and hitting that like button and sharing. All right, so I have the Cowboys going with 9 defensive linemen. That will be D-Law, Neville Gallimore, Osa, Dorrance Armstrong, as well as Dante Fowler, Carlos Watkins, Sam Williams, John Ridgeway, and Quentin Bohanna. We missed out on Randy Gregory, of course, he's going over to Denverland. And Tristan Hill, he's got to bring a lot to the table. I don't think that Tristan Hill got a sponsor in the building. So it's Tristan Hill that's got to fight. He got to fight, baby. He do. And I hope that he makes the team. Like I said, we don't want him to be gone or what have you. And then the Cowboys looking back at that draft and they said, man, it's crazy. But neither here nor there. Let's blow it up right here. This is the Cowboys official website right here. And although it says the unofficial 2021 draft, Dallas Cowboys depth chart or what have you, this is on their webpage. And of course, it's not been updated. And of course, we're in the year of 2022. But what we're going to do is we're going to turn it to hacker law, and I'm going to hack into the system, and I'm going to change out some names, okay? So that's what we can do from here, Cowboy Nation. Is that okay with you all? Okay, so first and foremost, let's remove Randy Gregory name from this list, right? Let's hack into this, and let's remove Randy Gregory name from this list, and we're going to type in maybe let's go with Dante Fowler, right? Let's put Law Nation right there. Let's put Law Nation right there. I'm the starting defensive edge guy. Let me go. I'm the starting defensive edge guy now. No. Let's put. Somebody say, hey, man, go to Law Nation. Look, Law done hacked into the DallasCowboys.com, and he changed his name there, as the edge guy. No, let me put Fowler up in there, man. Let me put Dante Fowler in there as the guy. But it would be nice, man. You see, I think Fowler will be the guy. He's a junior, right? He's a junior. Is he a junior? Let's go. Let's put Dante Fowler Jr. right there. Let me know if you guys can see that on your screen now. There's Dante Fowler as the quote-unquote edge guy. And, of course, they got Parsons right there. And we need Parsons to play the same way he played last year, right, Cowboy Nation? Appreciate you for the donation. Jay Versick said, had a back and forth debate with Steeler fans about Dak being a top 7 or 8 quarterback outside of talent-wise. I can't think of 9 that will make Dak 10, number 10. Appreciate the donation there. Appreciate it. Don't argue with them. Those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still, Jay Versick. And people always going to look at Dak Prescott as the number 1 quarterback, top 5, or they're going to look at him like top 15 or 25. That's just how they going to look at it. Until Dak Prescott win a Super Bowl, he would never get the credit, right? And that's just the problem with the modern day football and things like that, because they really think that 37 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, that is average. Literally, people think that that's average. And the craziest thing of it all, Jay Versick, people still going to say, oh, man, that was because he did that against the Washington team, or he did that against the Eagles team, or what have you. So we'll never get the true credit. But let them fight over that. Dak Prescott, to me, is a top 10 quarterback, and one can argue that you can't name 5 other quarterbacks with a better winning percentage than Dak. So that's another thing that you can look at, Jay Versick. But I appreciate you. Jay Carter says, what's up with Nashawn? Haven't heard anything about him. We will hear noise about Nashawn, I believe, in a couple of weeks when everything is out there in Oxnard. See y'all in training camp. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see y'all out there. So let's get back to the depth chart here. And, of course, I put Fowler name in there, and Fowler belongs up in there, okay? And we got Dorrance Armstrong, Chauncey Golston, Who else do you guys? Luke Gifford. Let's stick to the defensive edge and the ends, okay? Is Basham on this team? Because I really think that the Cowboys are going to roll with Sam Williams right there. I think that Sam Williams is going to make that spot right there. So let's get Basham. Shout out to Basham, though. But I think Sam Williams will be right there, okay? Let's hack into that and put Sam Williams right there. Appreciate everybody for jumping in and tuning in. And then Navell Gallimore, and then you got Tristan Hill right here. I really think that in that spot you're going to have as that defensive tackle is going to go to my guy, the Vanilla Gorilla. So, unfortunately, if Tristan Hill can't pull his weight around, we're gonna update the website since they don't know how to do it yet, and we're gonna type in. We're gonna put in. Let me tell you, we're gonna put in my guy. Jay Versick said he will shock the league. I feel you on that. Let's put in. Let me see who else. I'm gonna put Jay Lombardi right there. Let's put Jay Lombardi right there. Jay Lombardi. He's our defensive tackle now, baby. Jay Lombardi, baby. All right, man. Basham suck. This is exotic, man. Change Hill. It's changed now. I put Jay. The starting defense. Well, the second would be. Oh my gosh, man. No, I'm gonna put Ridgeway there, man. Sorry, Jay Lombardi, man. I think you got beat out, man. We gonna have to put Ridgeway in there, man. Ridgeway. Okay, we'll put Ridgeway up in there. We'll put John Ridgeway. I think I misspelled his name, but it's in there though. All right, so I left out the G, didn't I? Okay. See how quick it is for the Cowboys to update their website. They need Law as the web editor now. Hold on. Let me go in there and put the G in there. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. All right, so we put John Ridgeway in there, and we get things going. Appreciate everybody for jumping in and being part of this conversation right now. So we got John Ridgeway in the house now, okay? With that being said, Quentin Bohanna. So those are my 9 defensive linemen. Let's go over this. D-Law, Navell Gallimore, Osa, Dorrance Armstrong, Dante Fowler, Carlos Watkins, Sam Williams, John Ridgeway, and Quentin Bohanna. Okay, so now we got our groups, our guys together. I really appreciate everybody for jumping in and tuning in to this particular episode here. So we got those boys there, Cowboy Nation, and then we'll dive around with Law going to make LVE number 1. Helmets, no pads. Yeah, we got to get to the pad levels right now, right? And I can't wait for that to happen. Pete says he hearing that Quentin is looking good. Normally for the big boys, it take a year or so, and I would rather for those guys to get chances and opportunity. Osa in there. Osa is in there. Osa Adigizua, he's on there. He's on the list too. Normally it takes the time for those to get there. Somebody says, where Osa? Osa right there. You see Osa? Carlos Watkins, Osa. You see him right there. Defensive. They got him as a DT right there. Carlos Watkins, Osa. Now, this is the Cowboys website. I can only change a little bit. I can't change everything. But you guys get what I'm saying. Golston got up to 20 more pounds. Yeah, he's on that list too. Y'all see Chauncey Golston name right there. It's right under Bohanna. It's right up under him. It's right there. You see it? Right. It's right there, Cowboy Nation. And there's Osa. Right? So we got all of that. So we okay. We in good standings, right? We in good standings. So let's continue, So Cowboy Nation, we looking at all of this stuff. All right, so let's get to the offense. Let's get to offense. Let's get to the linebackers. We got on this list from last year to understand what we looked like last year. We had Neal as the middle linebacker, Parsons as an outside linebacker. The backup middle linebacker was Luke Gifford. And then we had outside linebacker Van Der Esch, Francis Bernard, right? So the Cowboys literally last year went with, 5 linebackers. I think that they would still go with 5 linebackers, but this would be the order right here. And hear me out, Cowboy Nation. This list is subject to change because I'm really high on Damone Clark and as well as Devin Harper. But, of course, Damone Clark, we would not see him. And Story Jackson have every bit of an opportunity to change all of our minds, right? So this year they got Parsons, Van Der Esch, Jabril Cox, Luke Gifford, and Devin Harper. Those would be the 5 linebackers that they roll with now. Now, who would be the 5 linebackers that you guys would say? Salute, big dog. You had me rolling with that one. Do you see Bland being a potentially converted into a free safety? He plays rough like one. I do see Bland with the ability to play in the middle of the field. He got unbelievable range. He got unbelievable determination, and he can hit. He's not his knock, believe it or not, he don't wrap tackle. We want guys to wrap up and knock you down. But he explode and he hit. He exploded and he hit. And I like that. It's a big hitter right there. And playing at free safety, you got to be able to be responsible for your cutback. But if you plan on that foresight, you got to come down and field. You can't think about that, right? You can't be saying maybe. Or you can't be saying I'm going to give maybe 50% on this play. Nah, I think on the next one I'm going to give 90. No, you got to be able to be really crazy in a sense. And I appreciate you, Jay Lombardi, for the $4.99 for your mind. I really appreciate you, man, for that donation to help elevate the nation, right? Really, where my button at, man? Come on, button, get it. There we go. Really appreciate y'all so much for jumping in. LVE might get the boot, man. I'm telling you guys, they don't like LVE. They love him. So that's just how it goes, man. Wrap up and drive to the ground. Ken, he don't wrap up, though. When you look back at Bland tape, he don't wrap. He just like a missile. He hit you like a missile. But I still have him on this team, right? LVE money fits. Yeah, Sugar Daddy. That money, big money. I like it. That was Stephen Jones. You look at the money aspect. Oh, you will play for peanuts? Oh, I would like it. No. So let's look into this, man. Let's change out some of the names. He's no longer on this team. So let's see if I can make this better for you guys. Let me see what we can do. We're going to put this Parsons, he's off his furniture. He's not going anywhere. So we're going to put, even though he's hurt, we're going to put Jabril Cox right there. And they said, baby, Jabril Cox, is looking better. Let's go with Luke Gifford. He stays. And I got a spot for the guy, Harper. Francis Bernard is gone, and we're just going to put Harper right there. Devin the Dude, Harper. And we're going to put him right there. Yep. We put Devin Harper right there as an outside linebacker for this team, and they're going to go with Parsons, Leighton Vander Esch, Jabril Cox, Luke Gifford, and Devin Harper. Now, before you guys call Luke Gifford dumpsters juice or what have you, do you guys remember? Do you guys remember the game? Do you guys remember the game? He blocked the punt. You know, he came in, boom, boom. We said, who blocked that punt? It was Luke. I am your father, right? Gifford. So let me know how you guys really feel about Luke Gifford. Let me know. You know, because he's a special teams guy. He's been on his team for a second now, and he's been a poor man's pretty much LVE/Sean Lee as it relates to his injuries. Name me the game he blocked that punt on, though, by the way, for 100. All about the money. Nothing else is funny. Yeah, the sugar daddy, you right. Yep. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Thank those who've been part of this conversation. What do you think about Devin, the dude, Law? Devin is the dude, man. I really, yesterday I did the quick review on Devin, and I think that he come down and feel. He hits. He sees target and he blows and goes right through it. You need special teams. I think that linebacker play in the National Football League is similar to running backs, right? You only have a small window or shelf life. And with that time frame, you got to really get it. I got Harper over Luke. Yep, but they got to play first, though. They got to play first. I recall when I was out there in Oxnard, I said, man, 57 is looking good. And then the first preseason game, he caught an interception. He made an explosion off of a hit. And I said, yeah, Luke is the dude, right? That was preseason. And then he got nicked up again. But I think that if things put into right perspective, I think Harper can put a little pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? Film observation on Luke Gifford. Yeah, you probably have to rebound and look back at some of my old ones. It was against the Patriots. It was the Patriots game. He blocked the punt on the Patriots game. Shout out to him, man. Your memory is good. Yeah. And back to this guy right here. Thinking of Bland. Watch how he come down and hit. Yeah, he will come down and feel, and he'll let you know it too. And he got a good range. 4.4 speed. And on the 100-meter dash, he ran over 10.7. So that's quick. I like his change of direction. He's still there. Hips not that stiff. And 6'1", 202. That's good size. So I look at some of those things and redirect, stand within the cylinder, phase in. He's a phase in guy. I do like that, and I think that the Cowboys they got a notion of what they want their DBs to do, but it's all up to the player too. I may have one thing, but the players got to have it for themselves as well. And that's one thing that I can tell you guys about any of these guys that's on this team. They must be able to say, we want this. So let's go to, and I'm rushing through this real quickly, Cowboy Nation, because time is time. I really appreciate everybody. Normally I don't go live around this time, but I appreciate everybody just tuning in. As more and more people come in, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Illmatic Law, everybody can make it. Man, off of it comes down to a healthy Israel Mukamu and sometimes a healthy Dono. Who you got? Yeah, everybody can make it Illmatic, but Donovan Wilson, to me, is up here and Izzy is still down here. And far as the mindset of tackling, Donovan is way up here. And I'm not shooting any shade at my guy Izzy, but I never seen Izzy just rock somebody. I'd never seen him. So, and this is no knock at Izzy. I think that Izzy, far as from what I can see, now a lot of things can change, right? Off season, do some major wonders, right? He could have been hitting the weights, getting more physicality, and trying to put into some other things as it relates to his total film of what he's going to present this year. But I like Izzy as being as a DB on the cornerback side. But that's a story of a different day. I would take Donovan Wilson at safety over Izzy as of right now. Man, Dono wins. Yeah, Dono wins. Yeah, a lot of people said Dono wins. Makamu is a free safety. And here's my thing on this, too, Pete. I like Donovan better at free. I like him on top of the roof. I like him out in space. Yes, he can play down inside. Let that be Jaron Kearse. Let that be Jaron Kearse role. And I know we got Malik Hooker as that other free. But let Donovan Wilson play at the top, man. If you look back at all of his interceptions, it came when he was playing at the free role. And when he rocked the Minnesota Vikings guy, I forgot his name at the tip of my tongue, but when he rocked him, baby, it was a sight to hear. That cat, it was a sight to hear when he rocked him. And I think it's Cook, right? Yeah, he rocked Cook. And that dog.
Shut your bitch ass up. Nobody asked you that a bitch ass thing.
Hit the wrong audio. But that's what he was saying. Oh, excuse my language on that. My bad. Hit the wrong audio. But let me get my horn together, man. I didn't mean to hit that one, y'all. Y'all like, man, Law over there. Man, well, he's all right, Law. I'm all right, man. But let me log in right quick. Hold on, I gotta get my button together. Y'all bear with me, man. This is how it sounded. But that's how it sound, man. Yeah, when you hit the wrong audio. Lucky it wasn't the other one that I normally hit, but that was look, even the mistake hit the right way, baby. But that's what Donovan Wilson, when he hit old boy, I said, man, that was the right audio. Oh my gosh, man. 615, you're live. What we have here?
Colby out of Tennessee.
Tennessee, man, what's good with you, man?
Man, not much. I was calling for just a quick short one. I was watching this video about an hour-ish ago, and dude kind of, I mean, he showed some clips, and he kind of had a good point, and I just figured I'd call in and throw it at you guys and see what y'all thought about it. He was talking about our boy Kearse and how he believes that Kearse will actually have a regression this year compared to last year, and he threw some clips in, a few of his interceptions that he had, and said that majority of the returns and interceptions and stuff off plays that he had were, some pretty high quality receivers, but a lot of it was just pure luck. A ball bouncing out of a hand, and like I said, he showed some stuff, and it kind of got me a little curious. But do you actually think that Kearse is going to have regression, or do you think he's going to progress forward and continue what he was doing last year?
Well, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. That's first and foremost.
Absolutely.
When he sat on the route on Travis Kelce, that's just pure technique inside, and he was hip to hip with Travis Kelce as he was running in the middle of the hook there. I think that was a damn good play by Jayron Kearse. He actually stole the interception from Trayvon Diggs in that Saints game. That sideline catch, it was just unbelievable.
Yeah, where he bumped it up.
Yeah, and he kept 2 feet inbound. I mean, you can say, yeah, that was luck, but no, man, he had to concentrate and keep 2 feet inside. I think he had 3, right? Had 3 interceptions. Let me pull up his.
I think so. 3 or 4.
He had, let me see if I can pull it up right quick. I do know that the one he should have had an extra one against the Chargers, but they kind of called a PI, a bull sugar PI call on that, and that's just how it goes. But I don't see. I think that it's a scheme based to why he was playing. Yeah. So he had 2 interceptions. He's supposed to have 3. I get where people can say, man, that was just lucky. Prove it again. But the scheme.
Yeah, absolutely.
The scheme dictates that he play like that, close to the LOS, redirect the tight end, and play in the middle of the field. So I like Jayron Kearse. So I think who's the guy? Who's the guy film on?
Let me. I'll see if I could pull it up real quick while I mention this. Yeah. I was gonna say, you could say the same thing about Diggs. Right. Is he gonna pull, double-digit interceptions again, or was that just pure luck? There's a lot of things that are pure luck. Is Dak gonna throw 37 and 10? Mm-hmm. Is Micah gonna get 10+ sacks, 20 sacks?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of luck that comes with it, but at the same time, it's like football ain't just all about skill. Opportunity appears in every game.
Right.
You can call opportunity luck, but the way I look at it, it's skill that causes them to capitalize on that quote unquote luck.
Mm-hmm.
I was just curious. Let me see. Who was this gentleman that had this video? Lord have mercy.
Yeah, and we can see the differences in safety play because of the previous years that we had safety play, and we can tell you that in the previous years, boy, we wish we had some luck because the highest interceptions total would be like a guy to get 2 interceptions in a year, right? They'd be like, yeah, man, we got an interception, but I think that it's most of skill set that separates.
Absolutely,
people,
man.
from
it
crowd.
It is what it is. I've got faith in our team this year. I know we lost. Honestly, really, the only loss that really hurt me was Randy Gregory. Other than that, I get the Cooper thing, but at the same time, it's like, man, Cooper came, he did his thing. I'm not even mad at him.
Right.
I'm mad at the organization, yes, but man, he came in, he helped Dak develop into a better quarterback, and nobody can deny that because there is a big difference between Dak Prescott pre-Amari and Dak Prescott post-Amari.
Right.
I just hope he can continue to, develop as a passer and especially a deep passer because I feel like we had a hell of a lot of great games, especially when Dak was throwing it deep to people. Because it just that quick score, it just puts life in that whole team on both offense and defense. And I feel like both sides of the ball play so much better when they are basically watching, whether it's defense watching the offense or offense watching the defense. When they see their teammates out there busting their tails,
right,
to get a touchdown or get a forced turnover or something like that, it puts more life into that team. And, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if you watched the podcast with Mike Tomlin on Pivot.
Right.
It's like the way Tomlin was talking, especially with coaching, it makes me look at McCarthy and all this, and it's like, man, we got a lot of great talent on this team.
Mm-hmm.
We just need our coaches to be coaches and get these boys in the right state of mind in the right place at the right time, and I don't think there's anybody in the league that can stop us.
Man, you preaching to the choir now, man. I really think that this team, the only thing that really pushes everything back a little bit would be the coaching philosophy. Just going into the 4th year of Kellen Moore, people had to have the expectations of saying, Come on, man. It was his third year ever, and the year before that, it was his second year ever calling plays. And you expect this guy to know it? Oh, no. He got to go through some growing pains. But we'll find out for this year how this offense collectively is going to look.
Oh, yeah. We're going to see if we are if Kellen Moore's play calling is really numbered 2.
Most certainly, man. I appreciate you for calling in from Tennessee.
Absolutely,
man.
Brother. Go Cowboys, and y'all have a good one. Have a good weekend.
You as well. Salute. That's a good call from him. And if you can, if you're still watching, please post me that gentleman's film assessment. And that's the first thing the people will say, that it's luck, right? When it's happening, like right in front of their faces, like, it's luck. It's got to be luck. But 9 times out of 10, I do like the scheme of the Dallas Cowboys defense. These are the things that we have to improve on. We got to stop the run better. 23rd in stopping the run, that ain't nothing to bring home on, right? And then on the offense, I think we were ranked 24th in red zone efficiency levels. That's nothing to smile upon with. No. But we the number 1 offense in the National Football League. But what are you on the red zone? You know, we the number 1 defense on third down. Number 1 defense in taking the ball away. But what are you against stopping the run? There are always things that you have to work on. You should never be satisfied. You should never look at this and say, I accomplished this. No, you get back, you roll your sleeves up, and you say,
No days off. No days off.
You know, number 1 thing being a content creator is always go back and listen to yourself and reevaluate the things you say. Or go back and look at a video that you did last year or the year before and say, man, I was wrong on that. Man, I was right on that. But never get too high nor too low and beat yourself up, right? For those who out there that's content creating. Always make sure that you measure twice, cut once. Try to reinvent yourself. Stop making it, don't make it bland. Come up with unique and different ideas. There will be people that will use some of your ideas. But imitation is the best form or the greatest form of flattery, right? You know, you would love it to know that you inspired someone else to be similar to you. But never, Cowboy Nation, understand this from a grand scheme of just life. When you are doing things that you love to do, that you see yourself doing, never satisfied. Yeah. Don't look at the comparisons. Don't do that. It's the robber of all joy. Everybody is not granted the same outcome for what they do. There have been many of times, right? Me doing these presentations, I got the office calling, right? I got big responsibilities for the state of Texas that you guys don't know of. Or I may have the daughter knocking at the door. The internet may be choppy. But my number 1 goal is that I do everything, even though it's difficult, I make it look easy, you know, like Sunday morning. But there are things that you guys see that you don't understand, and there are things that I always say.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
That's realism there. So on one end, I want to really beat down Kellen Moore on his offensive philosophy, right? And his scheme and everything else, if it's really one. But on the other end, I got to understand this too. That maybe, just maybe, Mike McCarthy really didn't want him, right? And Mike McCarthy is sitting back with his arm folded saying, hey, I only got you because the front office want you here, right? And I knew how to political position myself into this role. Look, a lot of people say, man, come on, man. This dude just stealing the money. Talking about Mike McCarthy. No, he lied to kick it so he can get the job. And I know a third of you guys would do the same thing as well. I know a third of you guys would say the same. Yeah, man, I watched every play with Kellen Moore. I know what we need to improve on. He did it so he can get the job.
Thief! Stop, thief! Come back, thief!
Stop, but he did everything that he needed to do to get the job. He wanted to get the job. He put on a suit. He normally don't wear suits. He shaved all of the hair off his face, right? Smile when he didn't want to smile. He wanted the job. I would hire Kellen Moore. I would bring in my buddies on the defensive side of the court. We would get things turned around in the right direction. And then when he saw that Quinn was out there, literally, now this could be all tongue-in-cheek, but it said to him that he would love to pick up Dan Quinn to help out everything. All right, hey, Law, it was Defy on Twitter who posted the video of which one. Shout out to Defy. That's my dog right there, man. Y'all be sure to check out Defy. What did he post on? Defy. He posted on Twitter about J-Ron Kearse being do you have the link or what have you? Defy is my dog, man. And here's the thing. When we think of J-Ron Kearse, and I'm glad we just having a real conversation. Maybe we'll kick it off because it's 3:51. I'm thinking I got enough time. Maybe we'll kick it off and do the DBs another day. But I having a good conversation with this convo right here. When you think of J-Ron Kearse, there are two other safeties to come into mind of had similar production than J-Ron Kearse last season. I ain't talking about Bird because Bird is just unbelievable. I think the tight end, what's his name? What's the tight end? Well, not tight end. The Titans safety. What's his name? He just unbelievable last year. Two of the guys that come into mind. And look at this, 75 tackles, solo tackles, by the way. 63 targets, 42 receptions allowed, and 2 INTs. I think I did this before. 1 sack, which is cool. 83.2 passer rating when targeted. It's Byard, B-R. I'll call him Bird for some reason. Byard, yeah, my bad. Kevin Byard, appreciate you, man. Let me put up Kevin right now. He's the creme de la creme, right? Of all safeties from last season. I think he just had unbelievable numbers. 72 solos, 49 targets, 30 receptions allowed, 5 interceptions, just unbelievable. Number one, you see that one over there, number one, as it relates to interceptions for last season out of safeties. Passer rating allowed was like 82. Had a sack last season, 16 stops. Those are things that'll make you just say, yeah. And then Buda Baker. We had a chance to draft him, by the way, but he didn't fit the size that we was looking for at the time, right? So shout out to all of the size people. But he had 67 solo tackles, 24 targets, so it's a lot smaller amounts of targets. He had three INTs last season, and passer rating allowed was like at 78. He had 15 missed tackles, though. Keep in mind that's a big number. Big number, 15 missed tackles, 3 interceptions, of course, 22 stops and 2 sacks. But overall, Buda Baker, he's a smaller guy, shorter guy, what have you. But he sees the play develop as it happening, and he would jump routes. He would come down, and he have that reckless abandonment sometimes in his pursuit, and it bites him. But he can cover up with speed. I love Buda Baker. Who love Buda Baker? Let me know in the chat. And now we have, let's pull up Tyrann Matthews. Tyrann. How you say this man's name? Come on. I want to say a honey badger, but it don't want to pull up that way. There we go. It do pull up that way. Come on, honey badger. All right, so similar. 65 solo tackles, 3 INTs. I can hear you guys right now banging on the table. Lord, go pick up the honey badger, right? And, of course, he wanted that money. 1 sack, 8 missed tackles. Passer rating allowed was right at 91. And we can go back and forth with this, right? But when you pull up Jayron Kearse, right? Let me pull up Jayron Kearse. Similar productivity or production, basically. 75, 2 interceptions. And when you talk about missed tackles, you can literally count them on your hand. And there was 3 on one hand. Right? Budda Baker, 15 missed tackles. Honey Badger, 8 missed tackles. So when you look at 30 stops, that is nothing to sneeze at, Cowboy Nation. 30 stops, 1 sack, 3 missed tackles, only 3. That's pretty good, man. Oh, my God. Budda Baker is tough, yeah. So can Jayron Kearse continue to elevate his game? Yeah. And the good thing about Jayron Kearse is this right here. This will be his 2nd season in this particular system, so there's no more, hey, maybe if I squeeze down, the linebacker automatically know to follow right behind me between this particular play. This thing is finna get really, really good for him. Last I checked, Budda Baker been playing in that system longer than Jayron Kearse been playing technically in this system. And last season, I think Honey Badger in that system been playing longer in that particular system. So that's why I say when you use, and then Kevin Byard, right? Been playing in that system for a long time. So what I'm trying to say is look at players, when you look at them, try to look at them within the confines of their system, not as an isolations or isolated individual. Right, Cowboy Nation? Do we agree with that? And like I said, comparison is the robber of all joys. Right? Because you will be flat wrong saying, man, why my numbers are not like his numbers? Right? But you got to contextualize the things that you don't see. From my point of view right now, I can literally see the coffee cup. You guys can't. But it's right here in my hand the whole time. You see, Kearse got that green dot. Yeah. Appreciate you for that. And 358. Come on, let's go with this thing. Let's go ahead and rush through it. We can't do it. We can do it, Cowboy Nation. We can do it. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. So this is the Cowboys website, and we're going to look at, they got Kelvin Joseph, Anthony Brown, Jordan Lewis, Maurice Kennedy is no longer on this team, right? So with that being said, we're going to have to remove his name off, right? And I got this team going with 6 DBs. So with that being said, we're going to move DaRon Bland right here. Let's move DaRon Bland right here. Let's move him right there. Because I think that DaRon Bland makes this team. And Trayvon Diggs, Nashawn Wright, C.J. Goodwin, Jayron Kearse, Malik Hooker. I think DeMonte KZ is gone, right? He's no longer on his team, right? Let's go with Hear me out. We're going to go with Marquise Bell. I'm going to put KZ up out of there. Those are my guys. And Izzy, he's still on his team. But far as the cornerbacks, we go with 6 cornerbacks, 4 safeties. Jaron Kearse, Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson, Marquise Bell. I think I'm going to put a big question mark right here on my guy. Let me know if y'all can see that. Yeah, on my guy Izzy Mukuamu. I think that's a big question mark. But everybody else, I just see that this team going to keep Anthony Brown. He's in a contract year, $5 million for this season. Kelvin Joseph, big question mark on him, depending on legal ramifications. And he's on the thinnest of the sheet of ice that you can ever think of. Jordan Lewis not going anywhere. DeRon Bland. Isaac Stewart Taylor can change my mind, but for right now, Bland is a drafted pick, and we know how politics go. Just like last season, Osiris Mitchell outperformed Semi Fehoko, right? But we was like, and we talking about practice, right? Training camp and preseason. Osiris Mitchell had a better camp in preseason. But they went with the guy that they drafted. Okay? Trayvon Diggs, off his furniture. Nashawn Wright, man, he's going to be good going into his second year. His mom already said it. He gained more weight, right? Jaron Kearse, J-Rock, he's there. Malik Hooker. I'm looking for an unbelievable year from Malik Hooker. I'm looking for that. Marquise Bell, that's my dark horse right here. That 4.3 speed is going to be really, people going to be begging for this guy to be on the field. They're going to be begging for this guy to be on the field. Donovan Wilson, he's in water, but he's not on the deep end. He's in the shallow end of the water. I want him to get out of the water all the way and get on the field, and he got to present that. He can't have any knickknacks or any injuries or anything like that this offseason, because we really looking for him. And I heard, this is just for me hearing, stuff that was echoing, that he didn't give the best first impression last year of the new coaching staff on the defensive side. He played himself back into it, but when it was time for him to start or what have you, this guy right here, Jaron Kearse, never gave the job back. Never gave the job back to Donovan Wilson. Okay? So if Kelvin Joseph can leapfrog Anthony Brown, it will be a 4, because Kelvin Joseph 4.3 guy too. Some people can say he's a 4.29 guy, but I ain't finna say that. He's a 4.3 guy too. He's a bigger physical, gifted DB, but he got to leapfrog Anthony Brown. Remember, Anthony Brown is in a contract year, and of course, my guy right here is the king of them all, Trayvon Diggs. He ain't going nowhere. Jordan Lewis, I can see a world whereas he's playing at that nickel corner spot. I can see a world whereas, hold on, let me erase this right here. I can see a world where we can see my guy Marquise Bell play down inside, because he's so flexible. He can play that free safety, nickel, and they seen him even play down here at linebacker, that big nickel. So there are things that you can do with these guys all together. And of course, this dude right here is the king of all special team. CJ Goodwin, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. He's the king of them. special teams. So, Cowboy Nation, that is my 53-man groove right there as it relates to on the defensive side. You can post me your thoughts of your 53, way too early predictions there, but that's what I got right there. Donovan is going to make it. Yeah, I feel he's going to make it, right? I got him making his team. I got all of those guys on this team in the right direction, Cowboy Nation. So post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. Kevin Joseph make the team. Oh, you mean Kevin Joseph will not make the team, huh? Henry. We'll find out, man. Cowboys tend to he's a second-round draft pick. They go to wait for all of the legal ramifications to go all the way through. And if everything goes the way it is, then he'll be on his team. But from a talent-wise, I'm just telling you guys from a talent-wise, there's not many DBs that's on this team that's better. Not. And when I was out there for Oxnard last year, Anthony Brown didn't play better than Kelvin Joseph on the field. But when you have those issues as it relates to injury, he had caught the C-19 stuff, and not being out there on the field, that plays a major role. The things we don't see, like right now I'm holding the coffee cup in my hand. You don't see it until now. So those are things that we need to talk about when we can see it out there on the field. All right, I got this caller right here. I'm going to make you the last one because I got a roll. MJ from the 206. What's good?
What up, family?
Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Man, y'all crazy. If y'all, man, it's going to be like 6 veterans cut on our team. Because I'm telling you, that dude, he run a 4.3, and they say he looking so good in camp.
Who?
At the right spot. The kids, if you know your plays.
What you talking about? What guy? What guy? I didn't get the name that you were saying.
The safety, Four.
Four.
Foyle.
Yeah. You talking about Tyler Cole?
Yes, I mean Tyler Cole. Yes. Tyler Cole. He got a chance to make that team, man.
So they've
been bragging on him.
Yeah.
All preseason. Now
yeah. So who's he going to make the team over? Like Malik Hooker?
No. It might be our boy.
J-Ron Kersey.
Donovan Mitchell. Yeah.
He's going to make it over.
It might be over Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Wilson.
Yeah, Donovan Wilson. I'm keeping the name.
No, you good, man. Well, yeah. Tyler Cole, man, I liked him, and he's a 4.3 guy as well, right? He's another fast guy, but it's Donovan Wilson's spot to lose, and he's gonna have to. It's one thing in basketball shorts with just the helmet, but when you put those pads on, man, we gonna see, and the safety spot, like the DB spots, the only way you can get some shine right now would be like interceptions and just being at the spot because you can't hit nobody until preseason.
And cover.
Yeah, cover a little bit.
Preseason, you got a chance.
In preseason, but I think that the Cowboys would still they would talk about that, but they'll still roll with Donovan Wilson until.
All right, now look. Mm-hmm. Now watch. They play the preseason game. Just put it this way. Mm-hmm. Okay, your boy's balling out, covering. Can't nobody get passes on at the right spot. Make a tackle, and then put Donovan Wilson in, and they burn him, and they get him. Or you gonna keep Donovan Wilson, or you gonna keep Cole? Because if you let Cole go, your nemesis, the Giants, Philly, they're going to pick him up fast. I told you.
And they'll pick up Donovan Wilson fast.
That's what I'm saying.
So I would rather have the guy with true NFL experience versus the guy. And Tyler Cole was my guy last year as a dark horse, believe it or not. I get what you're saying, but if you want to battle with that, it would really be Tyler Cole versus Marquise Bell. See, that's how they would do it. They wouldn't really cut. Yeah, they wouldn't really cut a unknown for a known, right? That's just how that goes, unfortunately. Man.
Hey, look what you just said. Get what you just said.
They would not cut. They would not cut an unknown for the known.
Linebackers. You just cut one of your linebackers. Is it 57? Is he gone? Because they already said they're gonna play 41 at the linebacker spot.
I got this team, MJ, with 5 linebackers.
Who are they?
Parsons, Van Der Esch, Jabril Cox, Luke Gifford, and Devin Harbor.
Luke Gifford might be your guy gone.
He's a special teams guy, though.
No, but 41 can play special team. Cole, hey, and even our boy, who everybody is crying about, Kevin Joseph. Did you see him on special teams last year? And our best special team player, them the first 2 down there making tackles.
Yeah, Kevin Joseph is a special teams guy. That's why you got to go with 6 DBs. Basically, 10 DBs. That's why you got to go with 10 DBs, 6 cornerbacks, and 4 safeties. That's why you got to go with that.
That's what it's gonna be.
You need foot speed. But that's why I'm saying I still got Bell on this team, but not as a linebacker though.
Yeah, but they've been playing them they say they don't really need that many linebackers.
Yeah, but
remember,
you still dress him out as a safety though. You don't put on the roster as him as the actual linebacker. That's why I say you have J-Ron Kearse.
Gonna get cut.
That's why you have J-Ron Kearse and Bell as your guys that can play that big nickel, and the pinch, the versatility of Donovan Wilson to play free and strong. I wouldn't get rid of that. If you get rid of Donovan Wilson, the Minnesota Vikings will be on the phone with him the very next day.
That's the one that's going to pick him up. You just said it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But I think that hear me out on this. Tyler Cole, he cleared waivers all last year. He was on the practice squad.
Yeah, they put him back. Okay. Now,
and 31 other teams are like, nah, we good. We don't want practice squad guy. So you got to be careful.
Good. So we got we'll still keep him on the practice squad. He'll make the practice squad if nobody don't pick him up. But and I was watching y'all show on Wednesday. You and Big James and all them.
Yeah.
Big James was all happy. I think he was breaking up on them on the people that say they're gonna have a big year. I was like, yeah, he's thinking now. He's calling out the right people.
but time will tell it all, MJ, man. I really got to roll, man, and I really appreciate you so much, fam. Salute.
All right, fam. I'll see you next month.
I will be there, man. Getting my room and my tickets together now. So I really appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
you. How
you.
about them Cowboys?
All day,
man.
To the
Super Bowl.
Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Appreciate my guy MJ. Man, he's a good caller, man. I normally said MJ would be the last one, but I really got to go. But I'm gonna let Coach Marv jump in for a quick second. Coach Marv, man, you're live, man.
Very quick, Law. Mm-hmm. There's no way in the world possible we're going to be able to make it through with 5 linebackers. Mm-hmm. With 2 of the guys that playing linebacker, ain't that really that good.
How many linebackers did we carry last year?
We carried
5.
My guy from with the big hair from Utah last year.
Francis Bernard. We had Francis Bernard, Luke Gifford.
Yeah. We had and Coach Cox. We had a lot of injuries in Cox.
Yeah.
And then we started out with 7 linebackers at the beginning. Remember, Law, we carried more linebackers because we had Jalen and all them at the beginning.
Yeah. So normally what they do is they'll have their 53, but you know how it was,
But this is why you got to try to carry. This is why you may have to carry 6, and you definitely gonna have to stockpile your undrafted free agents. I mean, not your practice squad. because Gifford and LVE on 1-year contracts. So if you go weekend linebacker, you're gonna have to replenish the whole linebacker core next year. And you don't want to go to the point where you got to replenish the whole court when you got young guys already there that you don't want to. The grass is going to show, because you have anybody in this grass like Hansford, Stoney Jackson, or these guys prove that their speed, because they're talking about their speed and that they can play. That could throw a monkey wrench in them.
But Coach, you know how that goes. You got to stash one of them. You may really have some good love for him. For Story Jackson, I really like his skill set and everything. If he can show me a little something, I say, all right, Story, you got the undisclosed knee problem, man. We like you, man, but we got problems right now as it relates to depth purposes. You know the Cowboys, if they like you,
well, you already
like they did TJ,
one.
They're going to stash one of them.
You already going to stash one. With the guy that is going to be hurt, you're going to stash him. But you talking get away with them on the practice squad. Yeah. But this is the thing. This is where I want to pinpoint this, Law. If these guys come in, let's say 2 or 3, let's say, okay, you're going to do the Devin guy. You're going to stash him. But let's say Story or Hansford come in as well as Devin Harris plays, and they like, man, they got great potential. They flash a little bit. They look like they could be solid linebackers. You got to cut Gifford. You got to cut him.
They love him for some reason.
He's been there 5 years. You already seen what you can get from him.
Yeah,
that's what I was telling you yesterday.
You know, there's two people. There's 2 people that Gifford got to win. See, now this is a relationship thing. Gifford probably already won over Coach Bones, right? And then he's working on his linebacker coach. That's how you win it. You know how that goes, Coach.
Law. When these guys that's more athletic than Gifford, this is where you have coaching malpractice, because what you gonna do? You already got him on a 1-year contract. He's 4 years in. He's 5 years in. You got him on a 1-year contract. You're going to try to keep him around because you're not going to sign him to a big contract next year. You have a guy, you bringing these guys in for a reason. These guys got a ceiling. You already seen this guy's ceiling. Yep. Gifford should have an understanding here. If he signed a 1-year contract, he's been here this long. Anything close to him, he cut.
We hope. Look, this is the thing, Coach. We can only hope that this staff can do that evaluation that way.
That's it, because here it is again. That is a real buddy system there, because he's been here 5 years. You signed him in a minimum contract. You've seen this. His ceiling is already shown. He's at his ceiling. Then you got a guy that plays just as well as him that is at the floor, and you keep him and hope you can stash him or lose him to somebody else to try to find somebody again next year at the floor. That's how crazy. That don't make sense. That don't make logically sense. I understand
you coach it like
so
you
illogical. It's crazy.
You coach it like you in the Bill Belichick system. This is Jones system.
There's no reason. Listen, okay, this is my question here, Law.
Yeah.
They have somebody has to be thinking about that, because they done brought in more linebackers than they ever brought in.
They did brought in a lot of linebackers.
So somebody had to be thinking that way.
And you know, this is the thing, how they thinking though, and this is only my thoughts of it. Bridges. LVE is a bridge guy at this point for Damone Clark to get into the mix. And what I'm hoping, because we do play a lot of nickel, I think we line up in nickels like 60%, right? So what I'm looking at is, if even Harper can give us that extra push, and it can just be Parson and Harper out there, I think that's a better mix. Or Jabril Cox, if somehow he can find a way to just be ready, it will be Cox, Parsons, and then Damone Clark on standby. That would be the ideal, right?
That's what, and you say about nickel, but the nickel is different for the Cowboys. Because we don't say, okay, nickel, we're not going with 3 linebackers.
Right.
But it's a different situation with the Cowboys because one of your main linebackers that you're going to keep in there, you're going to start pushing him down defensive end.
Yeah,
so your 3 linebackers are going to play because that guy, on some occasions, is going to be a defensive end. So now you still need 2 solid guys, right, to fill in for that. And when you talk about putting Curse there, yes, Curse is a hybrid, but you're more using him for coverage. You don't like people to run at him because he's not a linebacker.
He's not.
So if we got a team where they got a guy Swiss Army knife like Parsons, and we move Parsons to the defensive end thing, it'd be a different story because when we go nickel, we just take one of the guys out. Parsons still gonna stay there, and we just bring somebody else in with it.
And normally they do that on.
We gonna move Parsons.
And normally they do that on 3rd downs, right? You know, they
we gonna move Parsons, so we still need a solid guy, right?
That's why I got my chips when I looked at that Harper film. I said, man, now he was like a 2-year senior over there. He's a little older than the other guys, but I looked at it, 13 sacks, 11 tackles for loss. He's a 4-4 guy. He's a special teams guy as well. I never look, Coach, when I look back at Luke Gifford tape, I never saw that out of Luke Gifford. Luke Gifford is not that athletic. Huh?
Everybody faster than Gifford.
Everybody faster than Gifford, yeah.
Okay,
everybody faster than LVE.
I know you got to go along.
You got to say that too. Everybody faster than LVE.
Yeah, he's slow. But I say I'm gonna get off LVE. I'm letting the grass say it. But listen, but this is what I said about with Gifford. Last year, he didn't have competition because the competition he had was already in the room with him when he had the guy from Utah, and then you had Cox come in when Cox was a rookie. He didn't have competition. It seems to me the Cowboys went out and they really loaded the room with competition. I believe that Gifford was just signed so they can have what, as I said yesterday, this is sometimes you got to have a formulated roster in case anything happens in the draft, you can't get a position. You can say, well, at the start of the season, I can start with these guys right here. So that's why we got 1-year contracts, because we need a roster before we go into the draft and say, okay, if something catastrophic happens, we at least we can start with season right here. So Gifford should be, and I don't hear nobody talk about Gifford on the chopping block. We be talking about all kind of other people that shouldn't be on the chopping block. But
this is the thing. We know our boys, man. We know Gifford. We know we gonna see 57 out there. Come on, Coach.
The last caller was right. Donovan Wilson is on the chopping block.
Oh yeah. He's been on the bad seat last year.
That's what I'm saying. Because think about it, Law. If it's close, he's a guy that lasts in his contract. And once you get to be there 3-4 years, we kind of can see your ceiling. It's hard to see your ceiling after 2 years, but when you get past 3, we can see your ceiling. And and that's the rule of a back end of roster. If I got a guy that's playing very close to you now, and I can see your ceiling, you in trouble.
But Tyler Cole, that's my dog. He came in on a few plays last year. But I feel like this. Tyler Cole and Donovan Wilson play 2 different deals, though. But go ahead.
Yeah, but see, I think Donovan is more of the strong safety type, where you are losing that. He's more of a guy that he's not very good in coverage. Mm-hmm. So now he's that more physical type. And now what his problem is, he got the other guy from Florida A&M looking at his position. If Tyler Cole is better in pass coverage, that's not going to affect Donovan Wilson. The guy that's going to affect Donovan Wilson is Marquise Bell.
I think Marquise Bell, man, he's a doggone answer, man. If I just got to see. I just got to see him really in the actual preseason game, or I just got to see him a little bit more.
That's how it always goes. But Law, I would say this right quick, man.
Yeah, we got to roll. Yeah, go ahead.
This is why I love football.
Yeah.
Why I love football, because the grass, the grass, people, the grass will always tell the story. Politics cannot tell the story, because if you got the grass, if you could go on that grass and perform, yeah, you can be politically cut out of here. But if you get on that grass, someone else, you'll be able to be somebody else's easily. So the grass, once you get in this training camp, once you get in here, now you allow the grass. So if these young, we got a young team, we just need to put them through some rigors to find out their temperature.
But here's the only thing, Coach, where I saw politics played its full face value last season, and they was all telling us this right here. Well, the key to his game is when he hit. And all I saw was people catching all over him, and he just taking quality reps away. And that was Keanu Neal playing at that linebacker role. And people, they was telling me like, well, Law, you just got to wait till he hit. That's his game. I'm like, no. Those reps should be in Jabril Cox. And I think I did a video on that.
Law, I'm going to say again. And this is why I think people have been a travesty on film. And I will sit with anybody. Keanu Neal didn't play a bad linebacker as you thought. But see, what we looking at, I think we caught up in that this expectation thing. And if you look at splash plays, he did have some splash plays. I think he didn't play because he was hurt. And I believe in Jabril Cox needed to gain weight, and I think Jabril Cox needed that time to start getting the reps. I'm concerned about Jabril Cox. I am concerned about Jabril Cox because I see a cover linebacker, and your first job, in which people keep getting mixed up, is about coverage. You're not going to be a great cover linebacker because of the situation you're going to be put into. You're not going to stop guys from catching the ball. Look at the percentage. If you at 70%, you're good. But your first job is to be physical.
No doubt, Coach.
And if you can't do that, I can get a DB to do. If it's your first thing is to be covered, I can get a DB to do that.
Yeah, Coach.
So your first job is to be physical.
I feel you.
So that's what I'm concerned about, Jabril Cox, because you got to understand he only played 1 year of linebacker,
right? And
he's got a safety mentality. But this is where Keanu Neal got into this crosshairs because of the fact I think he was out 5 games. Keanu Neal missed 5 games. And if you look at the tackle thing, and I keep saying it again, guys that miss a lot of time, if you look at their stats, you're like, well, dog, why their stats are comparable to these guys that have been out here all the time? Because our defense is more of the sum of the parts than individuals. And that's what you want. That's what makes us good on defense.
Yeah, appreciate you, Coach. I got to roll, though, man. I appreciate you so much, man. Coach Marv, man.
Appreciate the Law, man. Thank you again, man. Taking my call, brother.
Anytime, Coach. That's my guy right there, Coach Marv. When he called, I listened, man. He forgot more football than I know, by the way. But, with that being said, Cowboy Nation, this team, defense, will be okay because we got Dan Quinn. And when you have Dan Quinn, he makes some things happen. He give us that longitude and latitude. It's just that we have issues in stopping the run. And as we look at this right here, run defense was just really bad on Keanu Neal. But I get it. I get what Coach Marv was saying too. But neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation. I really want this team to be competitive. I really want to figure out ways where we can get rid of Luke Gifford and LVE for better talent to max it out with Parsons, right? But there's one thing a man should always do, mainly to himself, be true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turns hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was brother, our rival brothers. The morals of life, live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They will take a decent man and alter his heart till they seek to rip him apart. Those man, no man should call a friend, because they bend lies around the truth until it meets their end. Cowboy Nation, I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. Be sure to write that down, sow it into your heart. Understand that right now this is just the beginning from the start. And as I tell you guys this from the bottom of my heart, one way or another, let's continue to grind to find the sunshine in your mind. Cowboy Nation, I really appreciate you guys. Be sure to smash that like button, tell a friend or a neighbor, hey, I know where to go when I want to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk and Beyond. It's a guy spits it out of his mouth to all ears. Law Nation, baby, without hesitations nor deviations to the matter. Boy, he's gonna bring in the real. Let's go, let's continue to grind, baby. Writing it down, I feel you. Let's go, DC for life, not short. Salute. We about one love. Let's go. Shout out to you, Sally. Check your mailbox. Tomorrow, it says Saturday, that your hat will be there. Let's go. Lions, Tigers, and Bears. No. Oh my, it's Cowboy Nation, baby. Let's go.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal lately.
Oh, you got it today? Yeah, Sally.
Kinda check us on.
Well, that mailman was wrong. Let's go. I appreciate you. I had to stop the music. She had got her hat today. Come on. Hey. That's what I love, baby. So for the next people that's giving the donations, and also those who go to my website without hesitations, right? Your name will be entered in to get this hat. Come on. I'm about, baby. Hey, Sally, do me a huge favor, if possible, if you can take a picture with you with the hat on so I can put you somewhere on the website, or you just with the hat on the table or something, you know, just like my guy Jay Versick did. He won the last hat. And that way we can start spreading the love. All alone. Yo, come on. Bam. Appreciate you. I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Play it too. One more time for Sally. Happy Friday to you all.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Could I be on? Play it too. I'll follow.
I'm gonna make some door help.
Wherever you go, whatever you do. Play it too.
One love. I gotta go. Salute.
but crane can fly.